Before we begin practice today, find stillness in your heart, in your body. It may be difficult to find it inside of your mind right now. But if you can find it in your body, if you can find it in your breath, then throughout this practice, you'll be able to translate that into your mind. The whole point of yoga is to unite the stillness that's out there in the universe, the calmness that's within reach, and bring it to our being, uniting ourselves with peace, with love, with wholeness, recognizing that we're not separate, that the chaos around us does not have to bring us in. Take a nice deep breath all the way into your being and rest at the top for 2 seconds, and then release it. And then rest at the bottom for 2 seconds before breathing back in. And understand the space between the breaths is still. There's no effort in it. It's only 2 seconds. Breathe all the way in. Rest for 2 seconds. Breathe all the way out. A little bit longer on the exhale than on the inhale. Breathe all the way in, pausing at the top. Breathe all the way out, pausing at the bottom. No effort, no strain, just connecting with that stillness. As the sun rises today, we're going to rise with it. We're going to rise out of chaos. We're going to rise out of a worried mind. We're going to rise out of a tired self and into a live self. We're going to welcome the masculine light of the sun as it pours down over our being. All the time embracing our feminine receptivity of this light into our life so that we can take it, harness it, reproduce it, and bring light and life to other people all around us. That is the great circle of life, of light within us. Taking in and letting go. Inhaling in the feminine receptivity of the light. Exhaling out, releasing it back into the world, like the sun releases its energy into us. Breathing in feminine receptivity, all the light and love inside of our lungs. Breathing out, releasing all the light that we have. No point in holding on to any of it when we can share it with the rest of the world. Sit inside of this stillness that you've found. Meditate upon the masculine and the feminine moving throughout your being. Contemplate how it can be used throughout the day. Contemplate how you can be receptive. And contemplate how you can share your light and your love. May the beauty of this nature bring you to so much pleasure and so much joy that you need nothing else beyond the simple crash of the waves. Beyond the simple feel of wind against your skin. As desire starts to rise within you, feel that desire. No need to act on it. Receive that pleasure of the desire itself. Stay within it. The desire to be one with the ocean. The desire to be one with another. Use that energy to fuel your movements, your decisions, your love for another, your love for Mother Earth and the nature around us. Feel as the ocean of emotions calms within you, how the emotions connected to all those desires becomes like a still pond when you sit in its presence, receiving the gratitude for life, for being here, now. Now I want you to join me in child's pose. We're going to spread our knees a little bit wider than hips width distance apart and bring our tailbone back to our ankles. Resting our forehead on the mat here and our arms out before us. Here we are, humble, free as children. Free as children to experience life in utter and complete relaxation. Let your belly hang to the floor. Feel as your face kind of melts. And feel every part of your body that's connected with the earth right now, or connected with the floor. Your elbows, your hands, your knees, your shins, your feet. Take a nice deep breath into all of those relaxation points. Feel yourself where you're grounded, like a child with no fear. You're safe here. Now assess all the parts of you that aren't connected with the earth. The belly hanging, the hips. Look into the tension points in these places. The tension in the shoulders as they stretch out before you. The tension in the knees as they bend deeper than they have since the day before. The tension in the toes. Take a nice deep breath into that tension. And then exhale and feel it release. On the next inhale, walk your hands to the side of the mat, off of the mat, and stretch into the left side body. Inhale to the center of the mat. Exhale, hands off to the left of the mat. Feel the stretch into the right side body. Inhale back to the center of the mat. Walk the hands up under the shoulders and lift up into tabletop position. Stacking the hands under the shoulders, spreading the fingers out wide. If you're in the sand, push down all the little bumps so we can find ourselves a nice flat space to practice. It's like molding clay, finding our new home, making a little fortress. Stacking the hands underneath the shoulders now. Draw the lower belly in. When you draw the lower belly in, roll those thighs together and feel as your body tightens up. This is an active pose. You can roll your triceps out so that the fronts of your elbows, the part that creases, is facing out towards the front of the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide and push through the index finger and your thumb. This part of your palm is a better place to have a firm foundation. Helps with wrist problems. Push through the mat, rounding the back. Give me little scapula push-ups. We're going to push through, and then we're going to release and bring our chest closer to the mat. Push back up, release, chest closer to the mat, push back up. Now kind of roll them out. Roll them out with that same movement. Find a regular state of breath. Balanced breathing. From here now, we're going to drop our belly down while we lift our chest up, arching the back, looking towards the sky, the front of the room and the sky. Cow pose. Feel the arch in the back. Feel the loosening of the spine, the extension of the spine. Exhale, we're going to round the back, chin to chest, cat pose. Feel a deep rounding of the spine. Draw the lower belly in. Keep your thighs tight. And now we're going to flow through cat and cow. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now from a neutral tabletop position, we're going to swing ourselves in intuitive movement, clockwise position. Dancing lion. Rah. Rah. Switch positions. Loosening up the shoulders. Loosening up the hips. Getting ready for full movement. Neutral tabletop position. Walk the hands a little bit forward and come up into plank, lifting the legs off of the ground like we're about to do a push-up, rounding through the back slightly, keeping the hips from dropping. Keep them up nice and high, but not piked up to the sky. Just rounding the back a little ways. Hands are underneath the shoulders. And now from here, we're going to do 5 push-ups. Push down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, come all the way down and lift your hands off of the ground ever so slightly, about an inch or 2 high. And lift up through the bottom part of the back. Pull your collarbone down and gaze forward. Baby cobra. Hands now frame the rib cage and push ever so slightly into the ground, mostly lifting through the lower back. Draw the shoulders down. Next, with our hips attached to the ground, press your feet into the ground and push through the hands, lifting the chest and the belly all the way up into full cobra. Gaze up. Gaze down, chin to chest. Gaze forward, lower down. Tuck the toes, lift up into plank. Walk the feet in if you need to. Push back through the hands. Come into downward facing dog. Pushing through the hands, lift the hips up higher, drawing the lower belly in. Coming up kind of onto your toes. You can kind of walk the dog out. If you want, try to get your heels down to the ground. Goal is to have the back flat. Take 3 breaths here. At the bottom of your 3rd breath, we're going to fire walk 1 foot at a time, slowly up to the front of the mat. Feet are hips distance apart. You can grab your big toes and place your thumbs together. That's about hips width distance apart. Or you can put 2 wrists in front of your, between your feet. Keep your knees bent. Halfway lift, using your back muscles. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale. On our next inhale, inhale to Om, the vibratory nature of the universe. Inhale, Om. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale now, send your right leg back with your heel pressing back. Step it through to the front of the mat, in between your hands, near your right thumb. Drop the back knee down and sink deeper into the stretch. Pushing through the right front leg, lift your hands up to the sky. Body straight, and sink deeper into the stretch. Cactus the arms and arch the back. Rise up and straighten the front leg. And cat your back towards your front foot. Inhale back into the cactus arms. Exhale back into the cat. Inhale back into the cactus arms. Breathing all of that good nature in. Exhale back into the cat. Inhale, let's frame our foot again. Lift up the back leg. Runner's lunge. Now pushing into the left arm, lift the right arm up to the sky and look towards your right hand. Maybe your left eye can see your right hand if you close your right eye and gaze towards your thumbs. Right hand back, frame the foot. Send the right leg all the way back. Bend at the knee and look towards your right foot. Right leg down. Roll forward into plank and then lower down. Pressing the feet into the ground, lift up the legs and the chest to up dog. It's like cobra with the legs lifted. A deeper back bend. Exhale, roll from up dog into downward facing dog. Inhale now, the left leg back, pushing the heel back, and step it through to meet the left thumb. Drop the right knee and sink deeper into the stretch. Inhale, pushing through that left foot, rising the hands and chest up, keeping the lower belly in. Look up. Cactus the arms and arch the back. Exhale, hands towards the front of your room, towards your foot, straighten out your leg, look towards your toe. Inhale, back up to the cactus arms. Breathing all the goodness of this nature in, all the light that we'll send out into the world today. Exhale all that light and love. Find the cyclical rhythm of it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Frame the foot. Lift the back leg, runner's lunge. Strong in the right hand now, pushing through the right hand. Lift and twist the left arm up to the sky and gaze towards the left hand. Strong back leg, roll the thighs together. Come back down, frame the hand, leg lift high. Bend the left knee, look towards the left foot. Bring the feet together on the mat, downward facing dog. At the bottom of your third exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Grounding through the four corners of the feet, drawing the lower belly in, lifting the chest up high. Hands by the hips now, palms facing forward. Roll the shoulders back. Feel the opposite of looking at a cell phone. Inhale now, rise up, we're gonna flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, pushing through that right leg, keeping the back leg nice and strong, but bending the knee a little bit. Crescent pose. Exhale, frame the foot, right leg back and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward into plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale to downward facing dog. Exhale, down to plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. At the bottom of your third breath, we'll step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Hands at heart center or to your side. And breathe. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, downward facing dog and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. At the bottom of the third breath, we're going to step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Breathe in. Find your strength and solidarity, your mountain. You are so beautiful. You are one with me. You are like this ocean. You're like this sunrise. As the sun rises over here, it sets in Bali, where I was for a month. But it's still the same sun. And it rose yesterday for them at this same time. The same consciousness saw the same sun at two different times. It brings me a lot of peace knowing that. All my friends in Bali are resting now as I rise. Hands up, forward fold. Halfway lift, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, lower down to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Bottom of your third breath, step or jump to the front of the mat. Oh, that one wasn't as smooth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Hands at heart center, giving grace, giving prayer. Inhale to Om. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up to crescent. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone. Bottom of your third exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift, put the hands up underneath the feet. The palms all the way under the feet. Use the toes to stretch out the wrist. Gorilla pose. Let the head hang. Let the shoulders hang. Release the wrists from underneath the hands and walk the toes close together. Rise up onto your toes. Keep your thighs close together, tight, and lower down, sitting on top of the heels. Now lift your chest up, your shoulders up, your head up, hands at heart center. Toe balancing pose, our first balancing pose of the day. You're in a balancing pose. Find a space, a point on the ground in front of you or in front of you, on a wall, that is unmoving. And recognize the stillness in this space. Your body can be shaking, but you can find stillness, still, in the space outside of you. And if you can find it in the space outside of you, you can connect with that and find it within you, staying strong, staying tall. Lift the hands from the heart center to the third eye. Woo. And then lift them above the head. Hands now to your side, but shoulder width high, pushing fear away from us. Get your hands back at heart center and rise up onto your toes. All the way up into standing toe stand. Drop the heels down. Good job, everybody. If you're on sand, you can flatten it back out again. All right, now we're gonna parallel the feet facing towards the back of the mat, to the sides of the mat, and stretch out into a star pose. So feet all the way nice and wide, and hands are over the feet. Oh, lift the chest up and really expand out. Expand yourself out. Way different than looking at a cell phone, way different than sitting on a keyboard. This is your moment to open. Lift the hands up above you and then bring them back down to the waist. At the waist now, bend at your hips, lower down to wide-legged forward fold. Feet are staying parallel. You can interlace the fingers behind your back now and let your head hang and your shoulders hang. Decompressing the spine. Sometimes you feel a little pop here. Release the hands to the front of the mat or to the bottom of the mat. Now grab the back of the mat and pull yourself in a little bit further. Bring the hands back up under the shoulders. Bring them to your hips. Flat back, rise up. From here now, send your left toe to the front of the mat. Back foot stays parallel with the front and the back of the mat. Now bend into this right leg, into the left leg, keeping your back leg nice and strong, and send your arms out to your sides. Warrior two. Left arm is stacked over the shoulder, over the knee, and gaze over this left middle finger. Hands make a straight line, north to south, east to west, whichever way you're facing, like you're a sundial. Warrior two. If you can look down from here and see your toes, you're in a good spot just to see the tip of your toe. Now we're going to take our left forearm and put it over our right knee and bring that right arm way up to the sky. Look up towards it. This is called side angle. A twist like we did before in the runner's lunge. Now back up to warrior two. We're going to send our right arm down our leg, not pushing up against the knee, just using our leg to guide ourselves, and send the left arm up to the sky. Feeling a nice stretch, keeping the legs nice and strong. Rooted through the heel of that front foot. You can kind of wiggle those front toes if you want. Exhale, now we're going to flow a little bit from side angle into reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhale back to reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhale back to reverse warrior. This time exhale to side angle, but keep your arm off of your leg. You engage in your core and try to roll that top shoulder back, your right shoulder back. Exhale, come all the way up, warrior two. Now parallel the feet back together. We're going to do this on the other side. So we're going to take our right foot, right toes, and face them north. Face them to the other side of your room, the front of the mat, and bend into that right leg, keeping the back left leg nice and strong. Gaze over the right middle finger into warrior two. Sink deep into the stretch. Draw the lower belly in and chest high. The neck is what turns, not the shoulders. All right, right hand meets the front knee, the right knee, and look up towards the left hand. Side angle. Now come back up to warrior two, and then send the left arm down the left leg and look up towards the right hand as you lift it up to the sky, straight up above you. Reverse warrior. Sink deeper into it. Hey birdie. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, this time keeping the arm lifted. The right arm lifted. Engaging the core. Inhale to warrior two. Now, feet parallel, walk them in until they're about 2 feet apart, keeping the arms spread out wide. Cross the right arm under the left arm. This is called eagle arm position. We're gonna bring our palms together up above us. Draw the lower belly in and point the feet out towards the corners of the mat. From here now, drop all the way down into goddess pose. We're gonna sit our sit bones down between our legs, but lifting our chest up like a sumo squat. Back flat. Connecting the glutes. Rise up. Release the arms. Send them out to the sides. Stretch them wide. Now, left arm under right. Drop down into goddess. Lift the elbows up nice and high, back flat. Draw the lower belly in. Rise up. Meet me at the front of the mat. Feet are hips distance apart here. We're going to rise our hands up and sit down into chair pose. Draw the lower belly in and chest is still up high. Gaze up between the hands. Look into the sky. All that light pouring into this blue sky, coming back into our field of perception. All this light that we can perceive throughout the day. Or we can look at our hardships and sit in this chair in our pain. What are you going to choose? Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Back foot at 45 degrees angles. We're going to now rise up with our hands straight up above our heads into warrior one, keeping our right leg bent. Chest is forward. Gaze is forward. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Send that right leg back. Meet the other foot, downward facing dog. Exhale, right, left leg back. Step it through. Right foot 45 degrees angles. Step it up to warrior one. Feel that rotation in the hip here. Gaze up through the hands. Sink deeper into the stretch. Trying to square your hips while keeping that foot angled will give you a nice stretch in your hip. Hands frame the foot now. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Roll forward into plank and lower down. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The bottom of our third exhale. Let's step or jump or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale to chair. And rise up. Hands at heart center, Tadasana. Now we're going to flow through that pose. Just like we did the sun salutation A, this is now sun salutation B. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bottom of our third exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose for 3 breaths. Inhale, Tadasana. Inhale, hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The bottom of our third exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Feel as the heat rises in your body, the heart rate. The heart brings pleasure all the way through your body. The blood coursing, pushing all the nutrients, all the life inside of you. Love that heart, love that beat as it intensifies through the warrior salutations. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. See how my focus got off a little bit there. When I saw people and their dog, I looked at their dog and I lost focus. It's okay to lose focus sometimes. The trick is to get
back into focus after you lose it. At the bottom of your third exhale, step bridge up to the front of the mat.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, this time our feet are together and we're going to come up into chair pose. From here now, hands at heart center with our knees together. We're going to take our left elbow and wrap it over our right knee into a twisting chair. From twisting chair now, lift your left heel off the ground, putting all the weight into that right foot, and slowly lift and send your left leg out and back. Twist deeper, twisting crescent. All right, hands frame the foot now. Look towards this foot, about a foot in front of the foot. Push into the foot and lift the back leg up. Place your hand about 12 inches in front of your foot and lift the left arm up to the sky. Half moon pose. The toes actually face the wall, not the floor. Hands frame the foot now. Still about 12 inches in front. Square the hips. And now walk the hands back, maybe grab the ankle for standing splits. Bring the foot back to meet each other. Chair pose. Hands to heart center. Twisting chair on the other side. So right elbow over the left knee. Loosen the right heel from the ground, sending all your weight into the left foot, and guide the right foot out and back. Twisting crescent. Look up. Hands about 12 inches in front of our foot now, front foot. We're going to push through that front foot, lifting up, pressing through that front foot, keeping our belly nice and tight. Looking down, lift that right arm up, and then slowly start to bring your gaze up to that right hand if you can. Half moon. Now hands back to the ground. Now find that balance, square your hips, and then walk your hands back towards your foot. Maybe grab your ankle. Relax your head. Standing split. Feet meet each other. Exhale into chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've reached the end of our session now. We're going to go into a cool down phase. So we're going to drop our knees to the mat. Find ourselves in tabletop position. Give yourself a nice cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tabletop. Inhale, push the right leg back to the back of the room. Bend your knee and send it behind the mat. Right leg up to the sky. Bring the hands back. Nice little twist there. Now do it on the left side. Left leg straight back, bend the knee, open the hip, left arm up. Back to tabletop position. Now send your right knee to your right hand and make a figure 7 with your foot. Squaring the hips, now laying over your right foot. Hip can sometimes touch that heel. Stretch your arms out in front of you, or if you're really sandy, put your arms up underneath you so you don't eat the sand. Pigeon pose. Let the hips drop. And congratulate yourself for a good practice. All right, hands under the shoulders. Give a light bend to the back. And send that right leg all the way back. Bend, open the hips. Look back up towards the right hand. Tabletop position. Send the left leg back and then meet that knee to the left hand. Figure 7 with the left leg. We'll square the hips and lay overneath your left leg, the figure 7. Pigeon pose. Relaxing into pigeon pose can sometimes take a little bit of effort in and of itself. It helps to push your foot into the ground to relieve pressure on the knee, allowing you to sink deeper in the hips. Hands underneath the shoulders now. Lift up, gaze up, chest up. Send the left leg back. Open the hip. Oh, let the foot meet the ground. Left arm up, gaze up towards the left hand. All right, meet me back at tabletop position. From tabletop position now, we're gonna sit back all the way onto our butt. I've created quite the hole back there. Put your legs out in front of you. We're gonna put our left foot, attach it to our right thigh, inner right thigh. Hands all the way up. And then with your left hand, grab the outside of your leg or the outside of your right foot.
and curl over your leg. Inhale, rise all your hands all the way up, all of your hands, all those two hands that you have. And then do the other leg, your left leg. So your right foot attaches to your left thigh. Hands up. Draw the lower belly in as you take your right hand to the outside of your right leg or your right foot, your left foot. And let gravity sink you deeper. All right, rise all the way up. Both feet out in front of us. Rise up, hands up. Exhale, fold over your legs into forward fold. You can bend your knees slightly if you need to, but grab the bottoms of your feet. And as you breathe on each exhale, you can extend your legs a little further, maybe get a deeper stretch. From here, rise your hands all the way up. And place them behind your glutes. Push through the hands, opening the chest up. Now, one vertebrae at a time, we're going to lower ourselves down till we're laying flat on the mat. Once here, take the knees, bend them so that your heels are kind of touching your fingers. Then we're going to push up through our heels into bridge pose. Exhale, lower down. Bridge pose one more time. Maybe deeper this time. You can interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders in together. Push up. And lower down. Hug your knees towards your chest now. Grab the outsides of your foot. Happy baby. Extending the tailbone down to the ground. Keeping the shoulders and the head down on the ground. Release happy baby. And grab that left knee and draw it over your right body to the right side of the mat and send your left arm all the way back behind you. Mine's towards the ocean, yours is towards another side of your room. And look towards that left arm. A deep twist. All right, back up. Pull that left knee in towards your chest, and then release it. Straight in front of you, bring the right knee up towards your chest, pull it towards your chest, and then with your left hand, grab your knee, and then draw it over to the left side of your mat. Right arm behind you, gaze towards your right hand. Deep stretch. This twist, you let gravity do its work. Relax. All right, come back flat on your mat. Bring both of your knees into your chest and clench up nice and tight. And then exhale, release it all down, nice and slow. Hands down by your side. Final resting pose, Savasana. Listen to whatever's around you. Your breath. The clicking of a top clock. The sound of the waves. Feel everything. Soften. The sounds, the waves, your breath. Soften to the point that you don't feel it. That you rest. You're here, you're now, you're safe. You can breathe. You don't have to think about breathing. You don't have to think about feeling. You just are. So today, just breathe and be. The light within you is the same as the light within me. Deepen your breath a little bit, reconnecting with your breath, coming back to your body. Wiggle out your toes, wiggle out your fingers. Rise your hands up above your head maybe. And come back up into seated position. The
point of yoga is to find that stillness and that meditation. I hope you found it today as I did. The calm and the storm, the break in the waves, the pause in the breath. Remember, you can take that stillness in everything that you do today. Be one with that stillness and that calmness. Know you can find it. Hands at heart center. Take a nice deep breath in for one final Om. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.